Hi everyone. So today, obviously, we've all got some big news about the new content policy updates by Amazon. You'll all have in your merch dashboards this note here, which what specifically is of interest to us today is here. Please review all of your live designs to ensure that they are compliant with the updated content policy for products available on youth sizes. So some of us have already had our listings scanned through by merch by Amazon to find shirts which have designs with questionable content for youth fit types. They specifically ask us to review our live designs because not all of them will have been picked up. So just to expand on this a little bit, if we click this link, you come to this page here, and if you scroll down, this is of interest to us. And then I've just made that a little bit larger for us here. So, designs in youth sizes cannot be associated with the following content: sexually suggestive, promotion of violence, vulgarity and profanity, and drug or alcohol use. So, I'm going to use the sample data in our Merch Wizard Airtable. And this is, I've just uploaded these this morning just to give you a demonstration. Now, first thing I'll do is just get rid of all of these, take them all out, clear the live listings. So the listings table here is completely empty. Go over to the Merch by Amazon account. You'll see here that none of them have been added to the Airtable because I've just deleted them. So I'm going to push listings to Airtable. The tabs all appear here, and then if we click on the Airtable, we'll see this being populated. So this is all of our live listings in our Merch by Amazon account from this page here. It's the first 15. These are the ones I've just uploaded this morning for this demonstration. You can see that all these buttons have gone green. Just as a slight side note, if you do edit this listing and you want to sync it again to Airtable, you just click this button and it pushes. If I just do that again, if I control and click, it does it in the background. It opens the tab. It scrapes the data and then updates it, whatever you've changed then into this listing. Okay, so now we've got the data here. What we need to do is look at various ways we can use Airtable to filter to show us which of these listings have youth in the fit types field. You can see here I've actually only got 4 out of my 15 listings. That's not very many for this demonstration, so I'm going to add just the youth fit type to some of these just to give us a little bit more data to work with. Now, this doesn't change anything in your merch account. All I'm doing here is giving you a demonstration that if these listings were on youth shirts, what you can actually do with that data to filter it and search for your designs with questionable content for youth fits. So now we've got some more in there. What I need to do, this is the grid view, and I've changed the name here. If you just double click, you can change the name. I've got it it's called Grid View All Listings. So this is all of my live listings in my Merch by Amazon account. Now I want to get rid of the fit types on here which are not youth. So the easiest way to do that is to filter here, add a filter, change this to fit type. So this is the column, the field name or the column name, fit types. I'm going to select this, and then I want to say when it contains youth. So you can see it's applied the filter. The filter button is green here. I'll just click away. So the filter button is green here, and this field is also green, which reminds you when you're scanning through your table that this column has a filter applied to it. So if you can't find a particular listing, that could be why. Okay, so this is all of our youth shirts. Now there's many ways to scan this information for offending words. You can do it in grid view. We can create gallery views, and I'm just going through some ideas that you can use, whichever one seems to make the most sense to you. We've got a search box here which we can click, and that brings up a space to enter some words. Alternatively, for those of you that like keystrokes or shortcuts, we can use Control F or Command F on Mac, which opens up the box here. Now we don't have any. Our designs here don't have blood in the designs. They don't have gore. They don't have violence or sexual terms or profanity, because most of these things weren't allowed up until now. But there are words, for example, which you might have on youth shirts which could be questionable. Now, in particular of interest, one of our designs here does contain the word blood, so this could be an issue. You have to be responsible for which words you think are suitable or not. This is just a demonstration of how you will find the listings which you think could be questionable. So we'll just type in here blood, and you can see here the row or the record has highlighted this field. So if I wanted to, it's highlighted this record. If I wanted to edit this, and I can scroll across here and I can then click this edit page URL, and I can click it on here. I'll control click so it opens in the tab behind, and then obviously I've just got to sign in there. So this is the edit page for this give blood. So if I wanted to change the word blood, I could just do it by manually selecting there and deleting and changing the word to something else. But that's just one way of being able to open up directly. So what I actually want to do, because I'm doing some more examples, rather than having to keep scrolling over here, I can select this field, click and hold until it goes grey, and then I can move it across and insert it where I want. So I'm just going to bring that over, and I'm going to keep going, and then I'm going to put it after the description here, just so that I've got the link handy in this single view, so I don't have to keep scrolling across and scrolling back. Now let me just clear this word, and I'm going to have to use some pretend words here. So let's just assume the word heart is, let's just say that heart means gun in this example. So I need to search for all of my listings which contain the word gun or heart. And so you can see I've got 4 listings here, so I could go through basically control click each of those. What I'm doing is you click to select, and then you control click the link to open it in a tab behind. If I select the field and then click the link, it will open up the tab in the current view for editing, which is okay if you've got one listing to edit. But if you want to open multiple, then control clicking is much more useful, because then it opens up all your tabs behind, and then once you've got everything open, you can just click each one, look for the words. So let's say, for example, hearts is our offensive word. Now within Chrome, you've got also you have search or find functionality, which is opened through clicking Control and F or Command F. So I can search this page for the word heart. So I've already typed it in there. I'll just click enter, and you can see here, if I click here and drag down, all of the instances of the offending word. So I can double click this word and I can change it to something else. Let's just in this example change hearts to heads, or if you had the word gun, you could change it to some other word which isn't as questionable. So I've entered the word heads. I've double clicked the word, and then I control C to copy, and then I can simply double click each word and control V to paste, to effectively replace, double click the word and paste, double click, then I can save, and then I can submit. So that's one way you can search for offending shirts. So another way we can do it is we can create, if we know, for example, that we've got offending words only in either the title or the brand or the bullet 1 or the bullet 2 or description, we could add a filter within this option So where we've got youth shirts, we can also say where the title contains the word heart. And then we can click off. So now we've got all of these in one view, and then again we can just, as before, control click each of these to open up and edit. Now I'm just going to take that one back away. So we're viewing all of our listings which contain the word youth. Now I'm going to also get rid of that, so that I'll close this off as well. So this is back to grid view or listings. Now what we can do is if we create a new grid view, that opens up everything, all your live listings. Then we can rename this. We'll just call this youth shirts, and then we'll just put that filter back on as before. So where the fit is youth. Okay. So now we can actually hot switch between all of our listings and our youth shirts. Okay. Further to this, what I'm going to do is go and create a gallery view. Now, what you might want to think of just as an example, if we go back to our thing here, blood and gore could be quite useful as we're coming up to Halloween. So you might have designs which contain blood and gore, but you might not have these words actually in your listing text. So it might not be in your title or your brand or your bullet 1 or 2 or description. So you need to do a visual check on your designs as well. So this is where gallery view could be quite useful. So this is the default gallery view of all of our listings. And again, we need to customize these cards and also apply a filter. So first thing I'll do, I'll put the filter on as before, and we'll do this where the fit type contains youth. There we go. What I'll also do is I'll rename this gallery view and I'll call it gallery youth shirts. Okay. So we'll customize these cards. What we can do, first thing I like to do for the cover field, which is automatically populated with the thumbnail view, is it's by default it's on crop. We can click here and change it to fit. So you can, if you look here, I'll just click between. So by clicking fit, you get to see all of your design. As we're using this view to check the design for blood and guts, this could be quite helpful. So there's also a field here, thumbnail. This is a tiny view. This isn't any use to us, so we'll get rid of it. I personally don't think that we need to know what the brand and price is at this point. So this is stripped back to the minimal amount of data in the card view within the gallery. So what I could do is use the search box here either by clicking or by Control F, and then I can type in a word. So let's use our example from before, hearts. So you can see here we've got four listings which we need to inspect. So one thing I can do is to be able to edit these, I need to be able to see the edit URL. So if we go to customize cards here, we've got the edit page URL. We just click anywhere in this gray box and it will activate that field in the card view. So what I could also do is I could, as before where we'd said that we know the word heart is in our title only, we can type in heart here, and that shows us then the 4 that we need to edit. Now let's just remove that because the word heart could actually, well, we're using the word heart, don't forget, as a substitute for the word gun or anything. It could be blood and guts, gore, anything. Whichever word you think could be offensive, then you need to check your listings, and I'm just showing you how to do that. So for these yellow cards, we can click to open in this pop-out view. What I will do here is I'll just click the arrow here to get rid of the hidden field. So I've only got the information I want to see from the card. So you can see we've got the title and the edit page URL. So I can click this link and it will open a new tab enabling me to get back to this view to edit. Again, we can use Control F. We can search for the word hearts, and then we can, as before, double click, replace, so double click, replace it with heads. Double click there, Control C to copy, double click and paste, double click, paste, sorry, double click, paste, double click, paste, double click, paste. Just check there's no more hiding there, and no there. Now what you could do, rather than having to change the words in the product description here, if we just clear that out completely, don't forget we've got the button here, the generate description text, it does it automatically, just click that. What this does is it takes the brand name, the title, the bullet 1, the bullet 2, puts it in here in a nice format, and then you can click save and continue. So what we can do then is we can look for the next one, and we can click for the next one, which is the Kids Purple Hearts, and then the other Kids Purple Hearts, and click and edit. One more thing we can look at, if we go back to the grid view, is the product type on to which your design is placed. So the examples I uploaded this morning were just for premium t-shirts and standard t-shirts. For other product types, we have long sleeve sweatshirts, hoodies and pop sockets. None of these allow you to select a youth option, so it's not currently clear how that will affect things. So for now, this example is just showing you on t-shirts. You could also, if you had a load of other products on different product types, you could filter this view further. If I go to back to my youth shirts, we could add another filter whereby the product type contains t-shirts, just as an example. Okay, and nothing's actually changed because I only had t-shirts here anyway. This is just now showing you then that we've got two filters applied with the green shading here to these two fields. So that is a way that you can get rid of your pop sockets, your hoodies, all this kind of thing if you wanted. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks very much. Bye.